Okay, now we're going to create our sign in and our sign up views. So we're going to go to our root and we're going to toggle off the authenticated. We're going to say, no, we're not authenticated. We want to show the sign in page. One of the first things we want to do is see how this background is like a gray. It's not quite like it's a light color, but it's gray. We don't want that. Gray, it's a really ugly gray. And we're going to change that. Now, we could do it by changing the background of this safe area view. So we could go style equals flex 1 to make it grow all the way to the top, to the bottom. We can go background color white. Save that, come back here, and now it's fully white. But what happens when we authenticate again? Now all of the other navigation screens, they're still got that ugly gray. We don't want that. We want to set the background color. Get rid of this. We want to set the background color. Get rid of this. Here. False. We want to set the background color on every single screen. Now the way we do that is we need to pass something to our navigation container. We need to create, well, first we need to import the default theme, and then we just need to make a small change to it. And the way we do that is we go to our navigation container and we import the default theme. And then we're going to create a theme up here. I'm just going to go const, this is all in the documentation, light theme is equal to the default theme. We're just going to basically copy it. And we're going to update the colors key. We're going to update the background color to white. Easy peasy. And then we're going to pass this theme to our navigation controller. Save that. And now our background is white. Now we'll just make sure, it might be hard to see, so we'll change it to red. It works. Cool. Now we're going to build out this sign-in view. And we're going to get rid of this, we don't want to have this header bar shown on this either. So remember how we did that? We went to our splash screen. And we can see we've got the use layout effect, header shown no. We're just going to copy that, drop that in the top, make sure it imports like that, save. We need to pass our navigation. Anyone who caught that is a legend. Save again, come back, and then now it's gone. Our header bar is totally wiped out. We don't want that. Goody, goody, goody. Let's reload this anyway. Sweet. Now we're just going to build this out. We got to give our safe area view. It's not expanding all the way to the top. All the way to the bottom unless we give it a flex of 1. I'll show you what that means. Blue. So when I give it a background, you can see that safe area view is not actually extending the whole way. We want to fill up the entire screen with this. And so the way we do that, we go flex 1, save, come back, and now it fills the whole thing. So that's, that's why we always give it a flex of 1 if we're trying to fill it up. We're going to get rid of this. View. give it a view. Make sure we need to import view. That was silly of us. Import it. There we're good. Now we want to add the same text. Let's go back. Let's clean some of this up. Get rid of that. Now set this to false. We want to have the same text or title object. We want to use that on our login screen just because it looks really nice. So I'll put that back, and we put that into its own title object. Remember, it's our title object, and so we're going to use that in Splash. We use that in Splash. Here it is, right here, our title. Just copy that. Now let's clean some of this up a bit. Makes it a little bit more easy to read, hopefully. So now we've got our title object, but we want to set the color to this dark. And we also want to make sure that it's imported. So we need to come up here, import title, bang, that's the one. Save that. There we go. How nice does that look? We also want to add some inputs. So I'm going to, so these are going to be some custom text inputs that we're going to create. I'm just going to create it up here for now. Function input. Return. We're going to have a text heading. We'll call this heading for now. And then a text input object. Down here, and we'll create 2 of those. Input. And we're going to, instead of heading, we're going to give this a title. I'm going to call this username. And password. We got to style that. That looks terrible. So to style that, we don't want that. We don't want align items. And then our heading text, we want to style that. We want to deconstruct our title, and then we want to place our title there. We want to provide some styles to this text. Give it color. Call it 7. It's a nice color. And we'll put this on another line because we've got a lot more styles to come. We're going to style our text inputs. Save that. Yeah. We'll provide some padding on our actual view. And we'll stick it here. Call it 20 pixels. Brings that in. Nice. Looks really nice. And if we click on this, yep. Close that. Sweet. So we've got some text inputs starting to work. Now we want to put some distance between, we want to add a little bit of a gap here. That's the easiest way to do that. And we'll put a massive gap on the title object. Title. This won't matter when we're in the splash. In fact, it'll actually help because we're moving it up and down. And it'll fill that space. Let's call it 40. 30. I like 30. That's good. Now we need a button, like a sign in button. Function button. Give that a title as well. Add our button down here. Sign in. Save that. Now let's style it. Style our text. Now we need a big gap. Well, we want a decent gap there, so 20. Nice. How bloody good is that looking? Alrighty, so when we click here, so interesting thing about these simulators, so you can use the keyboard without actually having to press this. You know, you can just use the keyboard straight away. The delete, that helps a lot too. On Android, now click out of that. Yeah. But on iOS, keyboard, use the same keyboard, connect hardware. There we go. Okay. So connect hardware keyboard. So we need to click that. I believe that means, yeah, so that's Control Shift K. That lets us use our actual computer's keyboard. Now, Command K will allow us to use the actual soft, keyboard here. But, that one works too. Toggle, keyboard, connect hardware. Now the hardware doesn't work. You can only use that one. Okay. We want to Command-Shift-K, allowing us to use the actual keyboard. And then Command-K will allow us to use Command-K. Yeah, so Command-K will toggle this one. Or you can just use the hardware keyboard. Either one. So it works slightly differently. So it's just important to be aware of those slight differences. If you have any trouble, just come up here, go click on the iOS simulator, IO, keyboard, and then mess around with these. I sort of if it doesn't work, I just hit Command K and then bang. It usually just works after that. Anyway, so now we have created our input, at least the look of it anyway, and it looks bloody great. Now we want to add one thing at the bottom. See, we have no navigation bar, no nothing, but what if we don't have an account yet? What if we want to sign in? Sorry, what if we want to sign up? What if we want to create an account from scratch? Well, we're going to put something here so that we can navigate to a sign up, a register screen. So that's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to put that underneath here. We're going to call this text. That. Yeah, something like that. And when we click on that, we want to call a function with text. So I'll just have to put this down a different line. It's down a different line here. And next to style, we want to go on press. So when we actually click the text, we want to do something. We're going to give it an arrow function. We don't need to have any curly braces because we're just going to do it in a one-liner. I'm going to go navigation.navigate to a different screen. This is the first, I think this is the first time we're doing this, so we're going to navigate to this screen, one of the other screens that's going to be visible or going to be included when we are initialized but not authenticated. So one of these two, we want to navigate to the other one. We just give it the name that we specified in here. And we can go navigation, which is given to every screen, and we can just navigate to that screen pretty easily. We're going to save that. And then when we click on this, yeah, yeah. So now we're at our sign up view. And we've got a back button, which is all good. Sweet. So we might as well go ahead and create this sign up view as well. And it's going to be very similar. So we've got a sign in here. We'll open up our sign up as well. So one thing we want to do is we want our use layout effect. Copy that. Bring that over here. Make sure we import it. Save that. Got to add our navigation again. Made the same mistake twice. Navigation. Save that. And we navigate to it. Yeah, sweet. And we can ditch this. And we can start adding this as well. So we're going to go style. Box 1. Make sure that we import view, and then when we do that, we get all the the IntelliSense, which makes our life a lot easier. Padding horizontal 16. I'm going to create some sign up text that just indicates that this is a sign up screen. Sorry. Cool. So what that looks like, sign up, just big sign up text, nothing special. And now we're going to reuse these same inputs. We're not going to recreate them. So in our sign in, so we created import and we created button, we're going to move them into the common common section. So we're going to use these in multiple locations. So I'm going to create one called input.jsx. I'm going to copy everything from, I'm just going to cut that out, go over to input, paste that straight in, export defaults input, and we're going to make sure that we import a bunch of things. We've got view, text input. 1, 2, 3. That should work. And then in our sign in, we're going to import input. I'll copy that. I'm going to bring that over to our save. We're going to import. We want to bring that into our sign up as well. Then we can input title, and we're going to create our username. We're going to give our first name, our last name, our password that we want to create with this account, and then we're going to want to retype and confirm that password. Capitalize it all, just keep it consistent. Save that. Over here. Hey, nice. And we want to add the button as well. So we want to go to we want to go to our button. We want to cut that. Common. Create new file. Button. JSX. And then same sort of thing where we export default button, and then we import touchable opacity text. So that's it. Come back here, import button, save. And that should work. Let's refresh. Yep, button's working. Now we can copy our button import, go over to sign up, where we're going to use this as well, and sign in. Let's just copy exactly that same thing. Sign in, but this time it's going to be sign up. Save that. Go to sign up. Nice. I like it. Looks amazing. And we also want to add that same navigate. We want that same text to basically navigate back. So we're just going to copy that. And just change it a little bit. No need to retype it. Can't be bothered. And then we'll say this, instead of don't have an account, say already have an account. And then we'll call this sign in, and then we'll navigate, we won't navigate back to sign. Just want to go back And that's all it should take. So we'll refresh the whole thing, and then we'll go to our sign up, and then no, we don't want to be here. We want to go back to sign in, and then that'll pop us back, and you can see that it's sort of popping on, popping back, which is exactly what we want. And now this is our view. Like these are our you know, our public views, so to speak. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add some error handling. So at the moment, when we type in here, and we hit sign up, it doesn't do anything. But what we want to do is we want to validate on both the login and also the sign up. We want to provide the ability to display any errors and say highlight the border as red, for example, if values are incorrectly added or they don't conform to, you know, for example, if these two passwords, if they don't match, for example, we want an error to display that. If a username is too short or missing, we want to display that. Same thing, username, password, if they're missing, we want to display that. So we're going to provide a way to add some error handling or some visually appealing error displays. Let's get on that.